distinguished chairman of RME Board of Governors, colleague members of RME Board of Governors, Secretary General of MOCA, distinguished experts, management, staff and students of RMU, members of the Fourth Estate, the press and news media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as I always say, Shalom Alaikum. Thank you. Bonjour à toutes et à tous. As always, we invite the presence of God because it is in Him we live and move and have our being. And without Him, we can do nothing. It is He who has made us and not we ourselves. We thank God for how far He has brought us, and especially the RMU. We are grateful for the milestone of the university's 40th and 65th anniversaries as a maritime institution of higher learning, and we are confident that the original identity of the university shall be fully restored. We receive the fullness of God's blessings and His peace as we lift up and possess the gates of this 29th RMU Board of Governors meeting for God's counsel alone to stand. Amen. My name is Evelyn, the Deputy Registrar Administration of the RMU and your MC for this session. On behalf of management, staff, and students of RMU, I welcome you to the 29th RMU Board of Governors meeting. Nous sommes bientôt de retour au 29e Conseil d'administration et c'est vraiment un plaisir de vous revoir. C'est incroyable comme le temps passe vite. Vous êtes tous les bienvenus. Merci. Thank you. It is worthy of note that this 29th Board of Governors meeting is an auspicious and a momentous one, coinciding with two special anniversaries, 40 years of regionalization in maritime education and training, and 65 years as an institution. We pray the university grows from strength to strength just as its years. Honorable Chancellor and Chairman of RMU Board of Governors, members of the board, management, staff, and students of RMU, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. From Tuesday 25th to Thursday 27th of July, the Committee of Experts have, in line with tradition, deliberated on matters of policy for the development of this noble university, and today, 28 July 2023, marks the formal opening of the 29th RMU Board of Governors meeting, being held here at the African Unity Auditorium, RMU, Accra, Ghana. Honorable Chancellor and Chairman, with your kind permission, I acknowledge our hard-working expert delegates from member states. So when I mention the leader of the delegation, every one of you gets up to be acknowledged. Thank you. From the Republic of Cameroon, Mr. Zama Agui Michael, Ministry of Transport, and his colleague experts from Cameroon. We see you. Thank you. Thank you. From the Republic of the Gambia, Mr. Karamu Bakari Jane, Ministry of Transport, Works and Infrastructure, and his colleague experts from the Gambia. Thank you. From the Republic of Ghana, Mrs. Cynthia Metal Nunu, Ministry of Transport, and her colleague experts from Ghana. Thank you. From the Republic of Liberia, Honorable Jonathan Shanko, Special Maritime Representative, Liberia Maritime Authority, and Minister Counselor and his team from Liberia. Thank you. From the Republic of Sierra Leone, Al-Hassan K. Konde, Ministry of Transport and Aviation, and his team of experts from Sierra Leone. Thank you. From MOCA, Mr. Egbe Eno Richard and Mr. Oladende Kolawole. Welcome. Thank you. And so I say congratulations to all you team for your concerted efforts. Congratulations. Kudos. Honorable Chancellor and Chairman, colleague board members, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as has been the tradition, I introduce our first speaker. But before that, I share a quote first. If you look at history, innovation doesn't come just from giving people incentives. It comes from creating environments where their ideas can connect. This is food for thought. Address by the Chancellor, our first speaker. He has a background in journalism with over 25 years of local and international experience in both the electronic and print media. In this regard, his career in journalism began from 1993 as reporter in both print media and radio. Working as BBC Banjul Stringer, he reported on multiple countries including Senegal, the Gambia, Mauritania, Guinea-Bissau, and Cape Verde. In 2009, he shifted career to work in the international development field but still applied his media expertise to enhance development outcomes. He has worked in several East African countries, including Accra, as communications specialist, including from 2014 to 2015. He also worked with the African Center for Development, reporting based in Accra, Ghana, before going back to the Gambia in 2017 to take on the role of Director General of the Gambia Radio and Television, later being appointed as Minister of Information and Communications Infrastructure. He also served as Minister of Information and Telecommunication Infrastructure before his current appointment as Minister of Transport Works and Infrastructure. He has solid experience in management, coordination, and supervision of multi-million-dollar projects. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I have cut it short. I have the honor to call on the Chancellor and Board Chairman, Minister of Transport, Works and Infrastructure of the Republic of the Gambia, Honorable Eprima Sila.
Thank you, Chair. I thought our experts and participants are a bit hungry. Maybe have you given them breakfast? I did not hear the club very well. And as Chancellor, I deserve that. Exactly. Thank you, Madam Chairperson. I convey warm felicitations from our President of the Republic of the Gambia, His Excellency Adama Barrow, to the President of Ghana, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Afokado, and the entire citizenry of the Republic of Ghana. I wish to convey same fraternal greetings to the Excellencies, Presidents of the other member countries, and indeed their people through my colleague ministers here present. I also extend hearty congratulations to the people of Sierra Leone on their recently concluded elections, which represents a robust and formidable show of democratic pluralism in and within RMU member countries. Let me also appreciate the Acting Vice Chancellor and his management for putting all the logistics in place for hosting this important meeting. The hospitality accorded us since our arrival in the great city of Accra has been exceptional as always. Colleague board members, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this year marks the 65th and 40th anniversaries of our great institution as a training institute and regionalization respectively. This achievement is by no means a small feat. It demonstrates a very strong commitment and perseverance despite our diversity as people of various orientations, of not only coming from other countries, but we always soil together to ensure that we meet the required expectations of this great university. This explains how we moved from a nautical college of the Regional Maritime Academy to now the Regional Maritime University, at which stage the sky is the starting point of our limits. As earlier alluded, the Regional Maritime University, established in 1983, has been a symbol of unity and integration, and we hope to soldier on with such great hallmark. I believe the continuous demonstration of collaboration among member states has contributed significantly in producing the human capital equipped with the needed expertise in the maritime sector for the sub-region and beyond. It is my hope, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that this remarkable integration in RMU will continue to be a hallmark of exemplary and distinct determiner for our unity of purpose within the West Africa sub-region and the entire African continent. I wish to most especially thank my colleague board members for their proven commitment to the immense support accorded me as board chairman since my assumption to office in 2022. This proves our undiluted commitment to working together for the common good of the university. Colleague board members, ladies and gentlemen, the need to increase our revenue to support several valuable projects of the university is critical to build a critical mass of highly skilled maritime engineers and port administrators, among others, to contribute their quota to the socio-economic development of our region. During the 28th Board of Governors meeting held in Freetown, Sierra Leone in November of 2022, the board agreed on a resolution to waive the outstanding arrears owed by the republics of Cameroon, Ghana, and Sierra Leone up to 2020 on condition that these member states will fully pay their contributions this year plus 25% of their outstanding debts from 2020. It is my hope that when we go into session this afternoon, I will hear a positive update regarding this agreement. I have been reliably informed that the republics of Gambia and Liberia have again fully paid their member states' contributions for this year and are not owing anything to the university. Bravo to the Gambia and Liberia. The republics of Ghana and Sierra Leone have also made part payments, and we thank and encourage them to continue on that path. I would like to also inform, but also remind colleagues that we had pledged as member states to purchase vehicles to replace the university's old fleet. And to that, we agreed that each country should purchase at least one vehicle in addition to Ghana's pledge to purchase some vehicles for the university during the 27th Board of Governors meeting. The Republic of the Gambia pledged 2 vehicles and have already purchased one for the university, while the second one is being processed for delivery within the shortest possible time. Colleague board members, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, you will recall that when I resumed office, I promised to tour member states with the objective of having brotherly discussions on the significance of this regional institution and how it could be supported and nurtured. I indeed embarked on this trip to MOCA, our parent body that conceived this university. The republics of Sierra Leone and Liberia were also visited. I took advantage of these visits to discuss pertinent issues pertaining to the general framework of the university with MOCA and the sustainability and support for the RMU, especially the relevance of our various subscriptions, as well as other forms of support, such as the vehicles we pledge as member states, and some projects that were packaged for sponsorship by the agencies and governments of the various member states. I am yet to visit the Republic of Ghana as well as Cameroon. Arrangements are being made to that effect to fulfill the pledge to the two countries. Colleague board members, enrollment remains the topmost priority towards our revenue generation drive. I will therefore urge member countries to develop strategies that will continually help increase enrollment figures in the university across the various programs on offer. The Republic of Ghana has made significant contributions to infrastructural development in the university, and I therefore wish to thank the Honorable Minister of Transport, who is represented here ably by his deputy, and through him, the government of Ghana for the ongoing administration of library complex and the auditorium complex projects. I have been informed that the Ministry of Transport of Ghana is working to ensure that these projects are completed, and I wish to once again commend my colleague, Honorable Asiama, through his able deputy here, for this wonderful effort, while praying that his noble initiative is achieved to make up for the infrastructural deficit of the RMU. In addition to this development, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I continue to urge the management to engage stakeholders for more infrastructural development. To that end, the university should engage the Alumni Association, the industry, professional bodies, and other related associations to discuss possible collaborations that are mutually beneficial. As reported during the 28th Board of Governors meeting, efforts were being made by the Republic of Ghana to bring this issue to an amiable conclusion regarding the position of the Vice Chancellor, and it is my hope that when we sit down later in the day in the second session as ministers and Board of Governors, we will be able to take a decision to bring to finality this issue which has been lingering for some time now. As part of my concluding remarks, let me say that I wish to take this opportunity, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, to send my sincere appreciation on behalf of my colleague board members, and indeed on my own behalf, to our brother and friend, Honorable Cabinet Mainama Kalon, the immediate past Minister of Transport of the Republic of Sierra Leone, for his dedication, commitment, love, and unquestioned loyalty to the fundamental goals of the Regional Maritime University and the noble principles that binds us together. Honorable Kalon had never missed attending a board meeting ever since he became a minister, and had always participated with zeal in our deliberations during such meetings. During the 28th Board of Governors meeting, which the Republic of Sierra Leone gladly and graciously hosted, we were treated to some of the greatest hospitalities and a memorable dinner, but also some beautiful traditional salon dances. You would be surprised that in the off-the-shoots, how energetic some of my board members are on the dance floor. Media, don't pick that one. We wish to commend our colleague for all that he had done for RMU and for our regionalization efforts, and we wish him well, the very best of all what he wished for himself in his next assignment for that great country of Sierra Leone. Colleague board members, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me also thank my colleague Minister of Ghana and the management of RMU for successfully hosting the 29th meeting of the Board of Governors meeting and the memorable hospitality we have experienced since our arrival in the great city of Accra. The RMU is poised to be the choice maritime university in the sub-region, and for a good reason. And beyond, we have harnessed our synergies, our resources, as well as our efforts together. Let me also hold the university dear as we work assiduously to meet our goals. As Steve Jobs, one of the great minds in the tech industry, put it, if you are working on something you care about, you don't have to be pushed. The vision will pull you together. It is my belief, therefore, that even as we advance the course of this university and continue to nurture the spirit of unity and integration, we will see the results of our inputs as the Almighty God blesses our efforts. I thank you all.
Thank you. Let's give him another hand clap. Thank you, Honorable Chancellor, for your great sentiments. I now introduce to you our next speaker. With master's and bachelor's degrees in economics, our personality has a strong foundation in banking and finance and is a chartered accountant. He is also a member of Commerce, Industry, Mines and Crafts, member of the Interprofessional Group of Cameroon, and an honorary president of the African Union of Public Transport. He is also a Grand Officer, Commander, Officer, and Knight of the National Order of Value. He is a strong activist of the Democratic Rally of the Cameroonian people, having served as Minister of Secondary Education, currently the Minister of Transport of the Republic of Cameroon, Honorable Jean-Ernest Masséna Ingala Behehe, who is being represented. The Honorable Minister is represented here by the Director of Maritime Affairs, a transport economic specialist with a master's degree and a diploma in transport economics and management in maritime affairs, respectively. Please help me welcome Mr. Len Jean to make his address. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Distinguished Mr. Members of the Board of Governors of the Regional Maritime University of Accra, Ghana, the Secretary General of MOCA, the acting Vice Chancellor of Regional Maritime University, distinguished ladies and gentlemen in your respective round of prerogative. Please permit me write on existing protocol. It's a singular honor for me to address you this morning on behalf of Minister Jean-Ernest Ngale Bibehe Masséna, Minister of Transport for Cameroon, who has been held back by other serious professional and state studies. Kindly accept fraternal greeting for him, the transport family in Cameroon, and the Cameroonian people and their institution, illustrious head of state, His Excellency President Pobia. Dear member, permit me before the start of my statement, recognize the hard work done by the organizing committee and the entire RMU team under the leadership of the acting Vice Chancellor for the organization of this meeting and the warm welcome and brotherhood that has been reserved for my delegation since your arrival on the Ghanaian soil. Cameroonian is delighted to participate in this 29th Head Board of Governor meeting of the Regional Maritime University of Accra, Ghana. It's always a pleasure for us to take part in this brainstorming session at a meeting like this, where we exchange ideas and map your strategy and how these prestigious institutions can train manpower for the development of your respective country and this continent. This meeting is being held at a time when the maritime sector in Cameroon is ongoing profound reform. Firstly, the Ministry of Transport is currently elaborating a master plan for the development of the maritime industry in Cameroon. This plan intends to transform the maritime industry into a veritable turbine engine for Cameroon, a irreversible drive toward economic emergency in line with the 2030 National Development Strategy. Secondly, the port industry in Cameroon, with the new deep sea port in Kribi and other ports in Cameroon, are currently undergoing landmark transformations. The Kribi port is about to complete the second phase of this multi-sectorial development, with the port of Douala Bonaberi in Cameroon's economic capital undergoing modernization and transformation to make it an attractive, competitive, and both port performance. All of this need a highly qualified and reliable manpower, and Cameroon depends heavily on the Regional Maritime University for training of the much-needed human resource for the accomplishment of this development drive of the maritime industry. This is for this reason that Cameroon is heartily committed toward this historic institution. This by ensuring that active participation at meetings are done by well-versed experts, regular payment for his financial contribution, and sending on your youth Cameroonians to be trained here. It is like me, I'm assure this August Assembly that all necessary and sufficient measures have been taken, and conclude that the level of the Ministries of Transport and Finance to pay all the dues we committed ourselves to realize during the 28th board meeting, to 38th board governors meeting. Thank you. That is 25% to areas for 2021 and 2022-2023 contribution, and your pledge for the purchase of your vehicle or your prestigious institutions. We are happy for your indulgence and patience for the delayed in crediting the money into regional maritime universities and contribute to stringent regulation by your central bank in the transfer of money out your the Central African Shock region. On this note, I wish all of us a fruitful deliberation during this session of your board of governors meeting. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, especially for the money. Thank you. Let's give him a hand clap again. The money. The one to speak next is the Honorable Minister of Transport of the Republic of Ghana, Honorable Kweku Ofori Esiama, a result-oriented person with diverse skills and capabilities, with oversight responsibility for 11 agencies in the road transport and maritime sectors. He has over a decade of working experience, both in the public and private sectors, with a drive for economic development and growth. The Honorable Minister is ably represented by a fine gentleman, a graduate in administration and law with a Master of Laws degree in energy and environmental law. Professionally, he is a member of Parliament of the Gushegu constituency. For experience, he has had a stint as Chief Executive of the National Petroleum Authority, Associate of the Benji Angel, Lesser and Ankomas Energy and Natural Resource Practice Group, Deputy Head of HR, and Acting Director of Postings National Service Scheme. Also a constitutional law lecturer, he has co-founded a corporate law firm, Eastbridge Associates, and served as member on various boards. At present, he is a member of the Parliamentary Appointments Committee, Communications Committee, and Standing Orders Committee. Please welcome the Deputy Minister of Transport, Honorable Hassan Tampuli.
Thank you very much. As you can see, the two previous speakers are a bit, you know, I am vertically challenged. I don't know whether I am the disabled or they are the disabled people. One way or the other, somebody is disabled. I thank you very much. Honorable Ministers and members of the governing board of the RMU, Secretary General of MOCA, the Vice Chancellor, Acting Vice Chancellor of the RMU, Chairman and members of the Experts Committee, distinguished invited guest staff, students of the RMU, representatives from the media houses, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I bring you warm greetings from my boss, the Honorable Minister for Transport, on whose behalf I stand here. I'm deeply honored to have the opportunity to once again address this August Assembly on this occasion of the 29th Board of Governors meeting. Today is a very special occasion, and as it is the 40th anniversary of the RMU's regionalization and 65th anniversary of its founding as a maritime education institution. It's a noteworthy achievement that truly showcases the dedication, hard work, and commitment of the university staff, faculty, and students over the years. By providing top-notch education, research, and training, RMU has unquestionably shaped the destiny of the maritime industry. Through innovative programs and initiatives, the RMU has been instrumental in producing highly qualified professionals whose contributions have contributed to the growth and development of the maritime industry. Therefore, I commend the university for its dedication to excellence, professionalism, and continuous improvement. The contribution of the RMU has not only improved the standards of education and training, but has also contributed to the overall safety, efficiency, and sustainability of the blue economy. Honorable board members, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as you may be aware, the main goal of the RMU is to promote regional cooperation within the maritime industry, specifically by providing training to support long-term growth and development in the transport and fishing sectors in member states. This is accomplished through maritime education, the training of marine personnel, research and consultancy services, as well as fostering maritime cooperation within the sub-regional markets. Today, RMU continues to play an important role in fostering the development of skilled maritime professionals and promoting collaboration among West African countries and Central Africa to enhance growth and success of the maritime industry in these regions. The industry contributes more than 80% of customs revenue in Ghana and is the largest contributor to the revenue base through taxes and levies on imported and exported goods. Therefore, our commitment to the training of the manpower for this very important industry has been nothing short of unwavering. We are proud of what the university has accomplished over the years, providing the needed manpower skills to this vibrant industry. Honorable board members, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are aware and concerned of the challenges confronting the university, particularly with regards to infrastructure, teaching and learning environments, and loss of ISO certification, among others. In my statement at the 28th Board of Governors meeting in Freetown, Sierra Leone, I highlighted several important matters such as the need to review the headquarters agreement, condition of service of staff, and other statutory provisions. We hereby formally table a request for the review of the 40-year-old headquarters agreement. I have no doubt that we will have an unbiased conversation about the future of the RMU with a shared agenda focused on the socio, political, and economic integration of our various countries. Most importantly, a comprehensive review of the institutional documents that will allow us to realign and repurpose the university as a world-class maritime training institution. It's imperative that as members of the board, we provide support for this exercise to enable RMU to remain agile and adaptable, responding effectively to the industry and, of course, regional and global demands. We must take necessary measures to ensure that the RMU maintains its international standards and uncommon and unshaken reputation. As we chart the course for the future, I encourage RMU to stay focused on its mandates. It is crucial that the university concentrates its efforts on its established objectives while ensuring that the quality of education and training remains at the highest level. Introducing new faculties and courses should be carefully considered to align with the RMU's core mission and objectives. Honorable board members, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it's absolutely necessary and crucial that we engage in constructive dialogue, foster collaboration, and pave the way for continuous success of the university while upholding the principle of unity to ensure that all voices are heard and valued in our decision-making processes. It's equally important that we build consensus on issues to forge a brighter future for the RMU and the greater maritime industry. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, honorable members and colleague members of the board, on matters arising, I take a cue from the Chancellor's speech on countries that have done with their payments. We have made significant payments as far as our arrears are concerned. A very, very significant payment has been made. And we are in the process of completing our payments in the next couple of days. Louder, 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 louder. Now, regarding the provision of vehicles, we have made gestures to the university to procure pro forma invoices from any of the vehicle assembly plants. There's a direction of the government that we encourage purchases, especially from agencies within the country, of vehicles that are being assembled here in the country. So depending on how how the prices vary, you may get one, you may get two. So please make your choice and then submit the invoices so that you don't have to go through the rigorous of procurement as by law established. Mr. Chairman, regarding the appointment of a substantive Vice Chancellor, we have concluded the process and now counting on the board on the next steps to bring the process to a finality. As I mentioned in Freetown, 5 people were interviewed. 1 eventually declined. So we had 4, even though we spoke to 5. 3 professors, all in the industry, and 1 with a PhD. 1 actually runs an institute at the University of Cape Coast, which has to do with maritime and industry. And then the other is a retired military officer, also has a PhD in law, has over 20 years practice as a lawyer, runs an NGO also in the maritime industry. Now, the reason I'm saying this is because some of the top consideration of the interview panel that was conducted by the Public Services Commission was ability of the person to raise funds, ability to source for funding to run the university, and not necessarily rely on contributions from member states. We want the university to be run just like Ashesi University is being run, just like Academic City is being run, Central University, Methodist University. All these are private universities without receiving funds from any government. Yet they even advertise even on CNN. If you watch CNN, you see Ashesi University, you find Academic City University, Central University, and so on and so forth. We believe that the university has the capacity to rise up to that level. And that for me is a no-brainer. These are Ghanaians, these are Africans who are doing it here. And we believe the university can rise up to the occasion and do even better based on the number of people that we have from different parts of the country, of the sub-region. We can do it, and I believe it is possible. Mr. Chairman, the details of finalization of the process of appointing the Vice Chancellor will be made known to members of the board in camera when we are done with this session. In conclusion, I'd like to once again express my gratitude to the Board of Governors for their unwavering dedication and collaboration, which have played a crucial role in the university's ongoing presence and achievements throughout the years. I have a strong belief that the discussion at this meeting, similar to those in the past, will yield positive outcomes. We have also requested, like I said, the university to submit the pro forma invoices so that the vehicles will be made available to you as soon as possible. Finally, I'd like to congratulate the university once again on the 40th anniversary and 65 years since its establishment. The government of Ghana remains committed and will continue to provide the needed support towards ensuring the success of the university. Now, before I conclude, I'd like to take a leave from the Chancellor's remarks to also extend our best wishes to Honorable Kalon. He has served his time, and I believe very strongly that posterity will judge him favorably for all the good things that he has done for the maritime industry in the Republic of Sierra Leone. Notably, we had a very joyous time in Freetown. Whatever happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, isn't it? So, Mr. Chairman, you almost, let the cat out of the bag. Those details will have to remain in Vegas. We really enjoyed, thanks to him. And we appreciate what he did for us, and we appreciate what the government of the Sierra Leone also stood to do for us. I thank you very much, and I thank you once again for your thoughtful consideration. God bless you all.
Thank you very much. That was the Honorable Deputy Minister of Transport. I have the honor to introduce the Commissioner and Chief Executive Officer of the Liberia Maritime Authority of the Republic of Liberia, an experienced public servant with an impressive political career spanning a period of over 18 years at high levels in government. He is represented by an international law expert and member of the Supreme Court Bar and National Bar Association of the Republic of Liberia. Our personality is specialized in the law of the sea, encompassing international maritime law, commercial law, and natural resources law. The gentleman, also a published author, has experience of over a decade in maritime law, consulting and drafting of laws and regulations, and is Liberia's representative on various international conferences, including International Maritime Organization, IMO, the European Union, EU, and the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. He is also an administrator, having worked as the Principal Director of Administration in Legal Services at the Liberia Maritime Authority. Please help me welcome the Principal Director, Councillor Nya S. Bento.
Good morning. Thank you very much. Honorable Chairman and Chancellor, ministers, members of the Board of Governors of the Regional Maritime University, the Secretary General of MOCA, Excellencies and members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished national experts, Acting Vice Chancellor, faculty and staff of RMU, cadets, invited guests, members of the Fourth Estate, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I bring you fraternal greetings from Honorable Len Eugene Nangbe, Commissioner and CEO of the Liberia Maritime Authority, who is unable to attend this 29th Board of Governors meeting due to urgent national engagements. He, however, sends his best wishes for a fruitful deliberation. Further, I have been mandated to convey warm greetings and esteemed felicitations from His Excellency George Manning Weah, President of the Republic of Liberia, to his friend and brother, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana, and to the good people of Ghana. Mr. Chairman, permit me to seize this opportunity on behalf of the Republic of Liberia to congratulate our brothers and sisters from the Republic of Sierra Leone for a just ended successful presidential and parliamentary elections. As usual, we wish them continued peace and prosperity. It is also my pleasure to inform you that the Republic of Liberia anticipates to follow suit with our own presidential and legislative elections slated for October of this year. Mr. Chairman, we are gathered here once again under the banner of regional integration of our brotherly nations, with a common goal of the advancement of our noble university, the Regional Maritime University. we, as respective member states, are full of hope and confidence that our aspirations to fulfill the dreams of our predecessors will be achieved by training and equipping our citizens to not only participate but control the maritime sector in our respective nations and the world at large. At this 29th meeting of the Board of Governors, it is hoped that some of the existing issues that have seemingly caused setback at the RMU will be meticulously examined and addressed to ensure the forward march and development of the university. Some of these issues include, but are not limited to, the importance of member states' financial obligations and its attending consequences on the operations of the RMU. I believe previous speakers have alluded to this point, and that signifies the importance of the funding arrangement at the RMU. Also, the suspension of the Vice Chancellor and a decision regarding his reinstatement or replacement. I believe our colleague from Ghana has made some comments to that effect. Mr. Chairman, we must now draw our attention in particular to the challenges faced by the RMU in receiving, in a timely manner, member states' financial contributions. One cannot overemphasize the significance of state sponsorship to institutions such as ours, as a lack of member states' contributions has the propensity to directly affect the optimal output of the institution and its graduates. Thus, to ensure the sustainability of the RMU and to uphold the ideals of our predecessors, all member states must collectively champion the cause of the institution and ensure adequate support for its smooth operations. Mr. Chairman and members of the board, as we celebrate 40 years of regionalization of the RMU and the graduation of the 17th class following the transformation of the institution from an academy to a full-fledged university, it is high time that member states recommit to supporting and sustaining the RMU. Certainly, we have come a long way in demonstrating that sub-regional and regional collaborations have a positive impact in our part of the world. No doubt, graduates from our university are now playing critical roles in the maritime sector, not only in our respective countries, but across Africa and the world at large. Mr. Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, permit me once again to reaffirm Liberia's commitment, as we have demonstrated over the years, to fully settle our financial contributions to the RMU within the first quarter of every year. This is done to facilitate the university's capacity to discharge its functions in a timely manner. Additionally, we commit to the sponsorship of an increasing number of Liberian students at the RMU to acquire the necessary expertise in the various disciplines offered. We are delighted to wholeheartedly thank you, Mr. Chairman, for your recent visit to the Republic of Liberia, where we had frank discussions about our shared vision for the RMU. You and your delegation had the opportunity to tour our maritime facilities, which included the Monrovia Regional Rescue Coordinating Center, MRCC, and the Liberia Maritime Training Institute, LMTI. We are also pleased to extend thanks and appreciation toward the RMU for the close collaboration with Liberia and the Liberia Maritime Authority since 2018, which now allows graduates from LMTI to matriculate to the RMU to enhance their studies to a full Bachelor's of Science level. Before I take my seat, I would be remiss if I did not use this opportunity to thank the government of the Republic of Ghana, the administration of the RMU, and the people of Ghana for a splendid organization of the meeting and for a cordial reception accorded our delegates from various member states. We are confident that with the help of Almighty God and the commitment of each member state, better times are assured for the RMU. I thank you for your kind attention.
Another hand clap, please. Thank you so much. I present our next speaker, the Honorable Minister of Transport and Aviation of the Republic of Sierra Leone, in the person of Ambassador Alhaji Fande Toure, who has been newly elected to the position. The Honorable Minister is being represented by the Honorable Deputy Minister of Transport and Aviation. The gentleman holds a master's degree in Peace and Development Studies and has extensive experience as a safety manager. By way of politics, he has served as Regional Secretary and National Deputy Organization Secretary for the current Sierra Leone People's Party for 2 years. He was first appointed as Deputy Minister of Lands, Housing and Country Planning before his current appointment as Deputy Minister of Transport and Aviation, which he has held in 2 consecutive elections. I have the pleasure to welcome the Deputy Minister of Transport and Aviation of the Republic of Sierra Leone, Honorable Rex Bonafa, to make a statement. I hope I mentioned your name correctly.
Thank you very much. Somebody mentioned about the lag time being too long for speakers. I think I'm a victim of that as well. But I will try as much as possible, to just do what you did. Honorable Chairman, Ministers and Board of Governors, expert committee members, distinguished heads of maritime and port administrations, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It gives me the greatest pleasure to be here speaking on behalf of the new minister, Honorable Alhaji Fande Toure. On this auspicious occasion of the 29th Board of Governors meeting, I personally extend to you all the sentiments of fraternity and heartily convey the warm greetings of my President, His Excellency Brigadier Retired Dr. Julius Maada Bio of Sierra Leone. As you are all maybe aware, Sierra Leone recently voted for the president that will serve for the next 5 years. That means 2 things for the Maritime University. First, we are going through a transition where the president is setting up his cabinet and the rest of government infrastructure that will deliver on his promises to the people of Sierra Leone. As I speak, we have Mr. Kabine Kalon, whom you all know as the city minister because he hasn't handed over yet. And we have Ambassador Alhaji Fande Toure as the new minister who is yet to go through parliamentary vetting and consent. Before I left, I called Mr. Kabine Kalon for a guidance on what to expect and what is expected of me. Mr. Kabine described this body as brotherly and most collegial international organization. He extends his warm greetings to you all. He said that he is still very much glad that he was able to host you 7 months ago in Sierra Leone. We spoke about the importance of the RMU to the growth in maritime industry and harnessing the blue economy in our country. We spoke about the value of the institution, the value the institution has added to our sector over the years through quality training of majority of our maritime specialists. We spoke about the potentials we are yet to exploit from the institution. We spoke about the need to keep the institution funded. By the way, it gives me the greatest pleasure to report to this House that Sierra Leone has fully paid all their dues. Thank you. I think we deserve another applause. And this should be music to the ears of the Chancellor and the rest of the staff of RMU. We spoke about the value the institution has added to our sector. We spoke about the need to keep the institution funded. And that has just been exhibited here. We have paid, we are fully paid now. We are no longer in arrears. We spoke about our underrepresentation at the university in terms of students and of staff. We spoke about local Ghanaian cuisines like the banku and grass cutter. And my deputy minister has just assured me that I will be treated to snail and other. He mentioned something, but I will make use of that when I get up there. Yes, green soup. Indeed, we spoke about many things. He's living with the RMU deeply buried in his heart. The second implication for RMU of our recently concluded elections is that His Excellency President Julius Maada Bio was revoted into office for another 5 years. The president that you have known over the last 5 years will be the president for the next 5 years. I am pleased to tell you that Sierra Leone's commitment to the RMU will not be affected by Mr. Kabinet's leaving, nor with Ambassador Toure coming in. Be assured that Sierra Leone will remain a prominent member of this institution. I also called the incoming minister to discuss the RMU before departing. He wants me to reassure you that the only changes that the RMU will notice is increased commitment and participation. He promised that in his first few months, we'll put a strategy together that will increase the number of students we send to the university. As you remember, we had the Minister of Higher Education express commitment to the RMU at the 28th Board of Governors meeting held in Sierra Leone. The new minister intends to work with that ministry to carve out a path for our students to study here at the RMU through most of the privileges accorded Sierra Leoneans studying at our local institutions. Mr. Chairman, over the past year, we took meaningful steps as a nation to increase the enrollment of Sierra Leoneans at our esteemed university. We had consultative engagements with leading secondary schools in the country and further undertook awareness campaigns to encourage and motivate PPs, especially those taking the WASS examination, to pursue maritime courses at the institution. With the Sierra Leone Maritime Administration and the Sierra Leone Port Authority, we will continue this endeavor of bringing awareness about the opportunities that exist in the maritime world. This is testament of our willingness and commitment to supporting education, including maritime education, particularly because the government is desirous to enhance the exploitation of the country's blue economy. I'm also glad to report that as a country, we are working very hard to meet our financial commitments to the RMU. Of course, I've just told you we are fully paid now. And we stand ready to fulfill any other commitment that may come. Once again, I thank you very much for the warm welcome and for listening to me deliver messages from two ministers of transport and aviation. But most importantly, we have two young people in the maritime industry now. We have the head of the Maritime Administration, Mr. Paul Soba Masako is here. Can you just stand up so that people will see you? And then we have the General Manager of the Sierra Leone Port Authority. He is here, Mr. Yankuba Bill. Okay, I've just been told that he has left. But then we are committed and we remain committed, and this government is committed. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your commitment. God bless you. Thank you. It is time to hear from the Secretary General of the Maritime Organization of West and Central Africa, MOCA. Elected as the 6th Secretary General of the Maritime Organization of West and Central Africa, he coordinates Nigeria's participation to IMO meetings and programs and ensures the country's active engagement on the Maritime Organization of the West and Central Africa. He successfully organized the Global Maritime Security Conference on Maritime Criminality in the Gulf of Guinea area, which was attended by over 80 countries in Nigeria in 2019. He supervised the process of the enactment of the Suppression of the Piracy and Other Maritime Offenses Act 2019 in Nigeria, the launch of the Deep Blue project in 2021 by the federal government of Nigeria to address maritime crimes at the Gulf of Guinea. These efforts have been recognized by the International Maritime Bureau. This gentleman of repute has tirelessly engaged with and brought back into the fold many member states which had lost faith in the organization. Please help me welcome the Secretary General of MOCA, His Excellency Dr. Paul Adaliku, to make a statement.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Chairman and Chancellor, Minister of Transport, Works and Infrastructure, Republic of the Gambia, the Minister of Transport, Republic of Cameroon, ably represented, Minister of Transport and Aviation, Republic of Ghana, also ably represented, the Honorable Commissioner and Chief Executive Officer of the Liberia Maritime Authority, Republic of Liberia, also ably represented, Minister of Transport and Aviation, Republic of Sierra Leone, also ably represented, Chairman and Committee of Experts, Acting Vice Chancellor and Management of the Regional Maritime University, distinguished faculty and staff, ladies and gentlemen. I am indeed delighted to be attending the 29th Board of Governors meeting of one of our great specialized institutions, the Regional Maritime University, located here in Accra, Ghana. As many of you are aware, this university is an organ of MOCA, just like the Regional Academy of Science, located in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire. I also bring you warm wishes from MOCA and the Republic of Côte d'Ivoire. It is heartwarming to see the consistency with which management of the university has continued to operate and manage the programs of the university with prudence in the face of our lean financial resources. Permit me once again to use this opportunity to thank the Vice Chancellor and management for paying a courtesy visit to the MOCA Secretariat at Côte d'Ivoire in February of this year as part of the Chancellor's engagement with stakeholders of the university. Our continuous interface with the management helps to serve as a reminder on the needs of the institution, which I keep emphasizing in my meetings with regional and international organizations where we've had opportunities to share ideas on diverse measures for the growth of the institution. I'm particularly happy to see that RMU is listed and active on the MOCA IMO Joint Action Plan Working Group, where we will continue to explore avenues of drawing assistance to this institution. As I had informed, we are still in communication with the Africa Development Bank, the Africa Continental Free Trade Area Office, and Afrexim Bank, where we have made a strong case for the role of maritime transport in the continental trade aspirations of these bodies. Therein, MOCA has frontally presented the technical and skill inputs that our specialized institutions will bring to bear. I'm glad to inform that our observations have been noted with assured promises to assist our schools to grow the needed capacities and competence for our maritime industries. It is a non-contestable fact that we can save our foreign exchange if we grow this school to provide some certification and competency courses that we can receive from outside the sub-region, just as we will be able to generate foreign exchange earnings if we can also become maritime training hubs. It is possible and achievable if we try. May I therefore once again use this occasion to commend the 5 member states of these institutions for your commitments through payments of your contributions and donations, as well as affirmation of your faith in seeing that RMU is able to compete in academics and content with other maritime institutions across the globe. We urge you not to relent and not to see these commitments as burdens, as we are doing this first for our children, and then our sub-region, and then our maritime industry at large. On our part, MOCA will not rest until we see promises made to us by our partners for this school to translate to tangible realities. Let me also use this opportunity to congratulate the Chancellor and Chairman, the Acting Vice Chancellor, management and staff and students on the 17th congregation ceremony that forms part of the 65-40 years anniversary of the establishment and regionalization of the Maritime University. I am, in order to end my remarks, I am indeed delighted to hear the realization of financial commitments and other promises made to the upliftment of this institution. Let me use this platform to urge that the member states of this board, who are also members of the mother organization MOCA, should take the same steps to fulfill their financial contributions to MOCA. For those of you who are not familiar with the website, the social media platform LinkedIn, I urge you to visit that, sign in, and see that MOCA is indeed alive again. We are working tirelessly to ensure that we reposition this organization to meet the mandate of its founding fathers. When I visited here last year, I informed you that I met a cash balance of $11,000 in the coffers of the organization. I'm glad that barely a year and a half in office, we have $1 million in the coffers of the organization. We continue to work tirelessly to ensure that MOCA aligns with its institutions and bring in credibility and resources and assistance in order for them to fulfill the objective of our youths, our children that have been sent here to acquire maritime education. Once again, I thank you for listening. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your commitment to MOCA, to RMU, etc. We have reached a very important stage. We are going to unveil the RMU logo. It has been a competition. And so a musical interlude whilst we bring the logo for unveiling by the Honorable Chancellor and his colleagues.
Honorable Ministers, members of the board, the General Secretary of MOCA, the Acting Vice Chancellor of RMU, ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty, dedicated staff, honored guests, and beloved students of RMU. Today is a momentous occasion in the history of our esteemed institution as we celebrate our 65th anniversary this year. This significant milestone not only marks the passage of time, but also represents the countless memories, achievements, and growth that the RMU has experienced over the years. I stand before you with immense pride and excitement as we unveil the emblem that will encapsulate the essence of this remarkable journey. But before we do so, let us take a moment to express our heartfelt gratitude to all those who have contributed to this memorable event. To the Anniversary Planning Committee, thank you for your dedication and meticulous efforts in organizing these celebrations. I am delighted to announce that the design of our 65th anniversary logo was as the result of an internal competition where the creativity and passion of our students shone brightly. Today, we have the privilege of revealing this masterpiece that emerged victorious from that competition, a logo that embodies the spirit of RMU and the ideals we hold dear. As I invite the board members and management team to join me down here, let us all witness the unveiling of the emblem that will represent our institution's past, present, and future. This emblem reflects not just the rich history of RMU, but also the aspirations, the dreams that we hold for years to come. Board members, please, I'd invite you respectfully to come down and join us. Board chair, please, at this side. You just hold the end here. Thank you very much. Yes, Honorable, please, you hold this side as well. Yes, please.
Okay, yes, very well.
Okay.
We'll hold this way?
Yes. So we'll ask you to reveal the symbol. So this is the symbol of our unity, resilience, and progress. This design, crafted with passion and skill, captures the very essence of who we are. A community of learners, innovators, and leaders striving for excellence in all that we do. I'd like to take a very brief moment to describe what you see on the board in front of you. The number 6 is bold, prominent, and elegantly styled in black, symbolizing the significant milestone of RMU's 65th anniversary. The number 5 is beautifully presented in a vibrant shade of blue, complementing the black 6. It signifies the beginning of the second half of a remarkable journey and sets the stage for the future. Positioned creatively within the number 6, the official RMU logo finds its place. This inclusion emphasizes the inseparable bond between the university's history and the celebration of its 65th anniversary. Embracing the number 5, there is a captivating depiction of the African continent, with the member states of RMU highlighted within it. This powerful visual element represents the regional influence and the impact of RMU in Africa and its commitment to serving its member states. Within the blue number 5, several significant symbols are incorporated, each carrying its own profound meaning. The helm, symbolizing guidance and direction. The helm represents RMU's role as a leading institution in shaping maritime policies and strategies in the region. Reflecting knowledge and education, the book symbolizes RMU's dedication to academic excellence, research, and dissemination of knowledge among its students and stakeholders. Standing for stability and strength, the anchor embodies RMU's commitment to fostering a secure and sustainable maritime industry across the member states. And finally, a representation of academia and intellectual growth, the hat highlights RMU's role as a center of learning and capacity building, nurturing future leaders and professionals in various maritime fields. Within the number 5, elegantly scripted words proudly read 40 years of regionalization. This text signifies RMU's 40-year journey of regional cooperation, collaboration, and development since its inception. This is the symbol of our 65th anniversary. Thank you very much.
Yes. On behalf of the Chancellor, who doubles as the board chairman, and all the honorable ministers of transport of member states, and also on behalf of the Vice Chancellor, management, and students and staff of the university, we humbly declare that the 65th anniversary celebration of the inception of the RMU and 40 years of its regionalization has been duly and properly launched. Thank you.
I extend my heartfelt congratulations once again to the talented student whose artistic vision has brought this logo to life. I would like to call forward Miss Dorinda Adu to collect your prize. Honorable Chancellor, she's the one who designed. Please towards the Chancellor. Okay.
Thank you. Congratulations, Dorinda. You did a good job. Thank you. All right, so you may take your seats. Thank you so much. So we continue with the program. We are getting to the end of it. And as tradition demands, the Chancellor has the final say.
But to first and foremost thank our committee of experts and the delegates for the wonderful job that they have been doing for the university since they have been appointed to this very important committee. I would also would like to thank the governments of Ghana and Sierra Leone. They have, through their ministers or their ministers' representatives, who have just informed us of some very, very, very pleasant news of the update on their payment to the university. We thank the government of Sierra Leone for paying all their outstanding dues. We also thank Ghana for the significant contribution. And we also thank Sierra Leone for the commitment. And we've been told that the money is on the way. That is very pleasing to me. I'm really very happy to hear that. And we encourage all other member countries to keep the spirit of the RMU alive. We can assure you that as governments that actually form this very important institution, or regional institution, we are committed to its fundamental goals. And we will continue to work together as one block to work on the recruitment process to ensure that our member countries, the industry, and the private sector are encouraged to sponsor students to the university so that together we can contribute our immense efforts to trade and the blue economy of our regions. We also recommit ourselves to the grand idea that set up the agenda of the Regional Maritime University through our parent organization, the Maritime Organization of West and Central Africa, MOCA. And we have been working very closely with the Secretary General and his able team to ensure that we put RMU, but also MOCA, on a refocused path that will help us meet the required goals that we have set for ourselves. To the management and staff, we just assure you that the board will continue to guide and support you and to ensure that any teething problems that you have at the university are resolved. We are working very closely among ourselves to look holistically at a whole lot of things, including but not limited to the welfare of the staff, to the issue of student enrollment, but also infrastructure. That we hope will help create a conducive environment in the campus for you to learn, teach, but teach efficiently and effectively, so that when our students leave this campus, they remember that they went through a very focused, well-structured university system that has met the international standard. We'll also continue to engage our governments, especially our finance ministers, to ensure timely payment of our member states' contributions so that any challenges or teething issues that the university faces, especially, at the end of the academic, but even the beginning of the academic year, can be resolved and ameliorated, quickly. Finally, I want to thank the government of Ghana for its continuous commitment to the development of the university. We know that a lot of efforts were put in place, and also serious discussions are ongoing to engage our bilateral and development partners to support the infrastructural development in the campus here. And we thank Ghana for that, but we also thank the acting VC for his sense of direction. I think it is pleasing to note that the emergencies that we had to deal with in 2020, 2021 are almost now a thing of the past. We have seen enhanced discipline even among the teaching staff, and we encourage all to go strictly by the internal code of conduct of the university, because if you people behave yourselves well in the campus here, the management, then it will impact meaningfully on the students that are going through your very good hands. On that note, I want to take this opportunity to thank all of you once again, but also our chairperson for ably directing this session. I now call it to a close, and we can now go on a break, and then the ministers will go into a session and finalize on your remarks and your conclusions, but also your recommendations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chancellor, for your assurance and encouragement for team spirit. Honorable Chancellor, Chairman, members of RMU Board, management, staff, students, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it has been a historic occasion, and we are now at the end of the first session of the 29th RMU Board of Governors meeting. In the light of the various sentiments by the Board of Governors, we are confident that this will translate into sustainability for our noble university. In this regard, we thank all of our speakers for their invaluable contributions. We also thank each and every one for your attendance and participation. Your presence was awesome. A special thanks also goes to all who work behind the scenes to make this occasion a success. Another announcement which is very interesting, there is going to be a fundraising dinner dance at 4 p.m. I'm sure there will be a dancing competition. I'm going to join to raise funds also. So that is that, 4 p.m. fundraising dinner dance after here. We are grateful to God. It's all part of the activities for the anniversaries, 65th and 40th anniversaries. So we are grateful to God for his presence with us here from start to finish for a successful first session. We thank you all for your attention. God bless you. Merci à toutes et à tous. Que Dieu te bénisse. Vous bénisse. Thank you. So our high table will take the lead. And so we will come back at 1:30 p.m.